doesn't Facebook's newsfeed algorithm keep us in our own filter bubbles, undermining social cohesion and exasperating polarization? So I want to start by clarifying a common misunderstanding about how the newsfeed algorithm works. It doesn't choose what you see on Facebook, but rather orders all of the content that you, as a user, have already explicitly chosen to connect with on the platform, either through friend connections or by liking and following Facebook pages. The average person on Facebook is eligible to see thousands of posts on their newsfeed in a given day. And it is just not possible for most people to go through all of this content. The purpose of the newsfeed algorithm is to help sort through all of this information, prioritizing posts that are expected to be most meaningful to you based on your past interactions on Facebook. The filter bubble argument that has been advanced claims that individuals are trapped in a self-reinforcing echo chamber because the newsfeed algorithm is serving up only content that reinforces people's pre-existing worldviews, leading to polarization and societal division. While this idea has certainly captured the imagination, empirical research shows us that the reality is more nuanced. Allow me to explain. Sociologists make a distinction between the strong and loose ties that we have with the many people we interact with in our lives. And it is helpful to think about Facebook as the place where you connect with your loose ties, not necessarily the tight family members and friends you see all the time, although presumably they are in your friend network, but the broader array of people that you keep in touch with, work colleagues, casual acquaintances, or, if you are like me, the parents of my kids' friends in grade school. While many people in this broader constellation of connections may share similar views to your own, not everyone will. And you will see those differing views in newsfeed. How much? Well, empirical research suggests that 23%, or about a quarter, of the content you see on newsfeed will come from a point of view that will be different from your own. Now, this is not perfect diversity, but it isn't all one-sided either. In fact, it's probably more diversity than what people were exposed to on a daily basis 30, 20, or even 10 years ago. For those who prefer not to rely on the newsfeed algorithm to sort content on Facebook, you can also switch to a reverse chronological feed, where you will see the most recent post at the top of your newsfeed, regardless of its predicted relevance to you. Or you can do what my wife does, which is manually prioritize content that you want to see first in newsfeed by using the See First option available in the newsfeed preferences menu. She is a Quebecer who lives in Ontario. No, that's bad. And she wants to see Quebec media articles in her newsfeed before anything else, and that includes all the work-related things that I post on Facebook. So she has told Newsfeed to show her first all posts from Radio-Canada, La Presse, and Le Devoir every time she goes on Newsfeed. Both of these methods, reverse chronological and manual prioritization, are ways to actively shape and personalize your own experience. A side note on polarization. Studies show that forcing opposing views onto people may actually result in even greater polarization. It is much better to show people a variety of views and sources on a given issue and allow them the opportunity to discover these different views themselves. The well-known Harvard professor Cass Sunstein has called this the serendipity of architecture. So, can you design things that allow people to discover things serendipitously, rather than forcing them onto people? This is an approach that we have begun exploring through our third-party fact-checking partnership with Agence France Presse, showing AFP's fact-checking articles in the newsfeed unit right below articles on Facebook that have been found to be false. We also launched last week in Canada the context button on Facebook, an icon superimposed on a link post that provides more background information on the publishers and articles people see in newsfeed. This includes the publisher's Wikipedia entry, other recent stories posted by the publisher, and something called Shared by Friends, which will show people any of their friends who have shared the article. We continue to learn from experts and continue to refine our efforts to build an informed community on our platform.